evening all. We are gathered here for case study discussion on counters for visitor monitoring system. So due to the drawback of manual system, these counters has been evolved. So these counters can be used for counting the people in colleges or in any other places where counting purpose is essential. So today we're going to have a discussion on counters for visitor parking system. So let's start the discussion.
Okay, now we are going to discuss about the problem statement. In the malls or schools, to maintain, it is very difficult to maintain a count of the each people. In an emergency situation or the space limitation, it become very serious condition. To avoid that, we are going to design a smart digital counters which will detect automatically exit and entry of the people without any human interference.
So, as like Shivani said, we know what is the problem statement. So, uh, comparing the problem statement, we use some components and tools for making this process. First, we use IR sensor, which detects the in and out of the people's motion, and then we use 555 timer IC, which sends the signals and impulse to the system, and then we uses flip flops like J, D, K, and then we uses some flip flops like JK, D, P, and SR flip flops for storing and state the data inside it. And then we use reset system for resetting the data stored before. And then we use some connecting wires and breadboards for the connection purpose.
So we all know counters comes under the sequential circuit. So sequential circuit is nothing but it is a combination circuit plus memory element, right? So the output depends on the present as well as the past input. So flip-flop, latches, counters, everything comes under the sequential circuit. Okay, next.
Okay, hi everyone. I like to share about the types of counters. There are majorly two types of digital counters: asynchronous counters and synchronous counters. In asynchronous counters, the flip flops are connected in a ripple way. In synchronous counters, the flip flops are connected in a trigger manner. In this process, we use a simple synchronous digital counters. And I also like to share about the applications. These digital counters are mainly used in schools and colleges to count the student numbers, and it also used in a parking lots to count how many vehicles are parked and exited and entered. It is also used in industries to count the how many products are manufactured and how many products are get out from the industries.
So counters, as we are talking about counters, as Dharni said, it is classified into synchronous and asynchronous. So common clock pulses will be there for synchronous, and it is vice versa in asynchronous. And also synchronous counters, we have three major classification: synchronous up counter, down counter, and up down counter. So each has its own applications.
So I'm going to tell about the examples of this project, like working principle. So first, when a person enters, the sensor detects the signals and send it to the Arduino board. And when the second sensor detects the signals, the Arduino board triggers. And here the increment is happens. So this initiates the persons who is entering. And then if the process reverse, this initiates that when a person leaves the room. So this is one of the main examples. So here we can set a reset option so that we can refresh the system. And then here the threshold alert system is also there so that it alerts the buzzer system when the limit exceeds.
So I want to talk about the results and the discussion. So we have tested the project in the classroom environment. So where the system just accurately counted the entries and the exits of the students with 98% of accuracy. So even when it performed well, when group of people came inside quickly or as well as in a delay manner, so it performed very well and the count was accurate. So the cost of this prototype is 800 rupees, making it easier for the small offices and schools. It gives a affordable price also. With the simple sensors and microcontrollers, we can make a smart automation system which helps to save time and it gives accuracy.
Yeah. So we had a discussion about counters for monitoring system. So we can employ these counters in any part. For example, in our classrooms, especially during this DTR for counting the presence, where present students details, we can use this as well. So by using the counters, when compared to the manual method, the cost wise, energy wise, it is more efficient, right? And by using this Wi-Fi module, we can make it as a more smart monitoring system. So thank you all for your valuable points. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.